Hello everyone, it's Brian here at Bryden Farm, B-R-I-D-E-N farm.com, and we're just going to take a little walk and show you garden number 3, which is basically our squash and melon family. So let's have a look. If you haven't seen our other videos, you may not know that all these gardens were woodland. Very much like what you're seeing here, and we put our Nigerian Dwarf bucks through it, and then our Berkshire pigs, 2 of each, and basically the bucks eat everything from the knee up and the pigs everything from the knee down, and the pigs till and fertilize, as do the goats. And what we're left with after we come in and turn the tilled ground, tilled by the pigs, into garden is something that looks like this. Now right now it looks pretty empty, but down on the left, we're going to take a little walk down there in a minute. Down on the left is going to be pumpkin. On the right, squash. Right here is zucchini, and across is cucumber. And actually, as we come through the gate here, we're met by little pixies, and those are little pixies. If you see right here, maybe, these are pixie melons, and got a long way to go if we're going to develop. There we go. I'm trying to get them so I can see them in the sun on my screen. These are pixie melons. I've got 5 of those. The reason it's so sparse in here and it seems like so few rows is melons and cucumber, squash, zucchini, all that spreads out, and so that melon bed will cover probably, if all goes well, that much space. The other melon bed will cover the entire space and probably creep into the cucumbers and melons. And the cucumbers, which we have some plants, but we actually got from Veggie Squirrel, and you can find Veggie Squirrel a couple places. One is on Facebook, and the other is usually in downtown Bear River on the weekends. She has wonderful plants, seedlings to get started, and also direct seeded this first bed, which hasn't come up yet. It's only been a few days, with Marketmore cucumbers, which is actually what's in behind as well. Now behind me here, this is our zucchini, and we got that from Veggie Squirrel too, who kind of shook her head and said, "What on earth are you going to do with so much zucchini?" Well, first, we like zucchini. Second, you can do zucchini breads and different things. Makes good or decent animal feed as well, and there's a number of things that you can do with zucchini, and so we're going to be doing that. And yes, we may have a few to sell later on as well. I call this garden the Good Ship. I want to call it Good Ship Lollipop, but I'm not quite sure if there's a trademark on that, which probably there is. So we'll just call it the Good Ship. And the reason I call it that is, see here in front of me, now what I need is a ship's wheel to put on that. I'm sitting on a big granite boulder, and as you look out over, there's going to be pumpkin and squash in here, hopefully. But as you look out over, doesn't that give you the feeling of a big bow of the bow of a big boat? It does me. And as I sit upon the granite boulder and use my imagination, yes, we can still do that as adults, it's okay. I picture a big ship's wheel in front of me, and can't you just feel yourself bouncing, going up and down on the waves? Wouldn't that be neat? So this is our garden boat. You know, we call it that. Good Ship Lollipop, maybe. And on this side, as mentioned, we have our squash, and it's got kind of lanky in the seed trays, so I'm going to actually come out and hill up around those. Just wanted to give you a quick tour of the garden here. And so that's our squash, and on this side is our pumpkin. And so hopefully we'll have some squash and pumpkin later as well. And this is right next to garden number 2, which we did a separate video for. And as you look back up, you look into garden number 4, which we'll do another video for. But one of the things that I want to point out is, now, as I said, it looks pretty barren here right now, but as these pumpkins and squash grow out, they're going to cover about 3 to 4 feet on each side. So we're just going to have a little tiny walk space in the middle. But up here is what I wanted to draw your attention to. And generally we get rid of all the rocks. And as you can see, there's even some big rocks here. And we just thought that it would be neat to leave some rocks here, at least for the time being. And we're going to plant this in annuals. And we'll fill you in on that a little later in another video. But this is our little rock garden, and I think it's going to be neat to see that come out and develop. Over here, some of the sticks and leaves and things that we raked to the side. Oh look, another rock for a rock garden. One thing that's really easy to grow is rocks. And as we mentioned, this was a woodland area. We actually need to get in here with the lopers and get some of the saplings that are still remaining out. But we ran our goats and pigs through here, and they did a wonderful job of tilling everything up. And then we've come in and made the rows. As I say, it looks sparse, but if it all grows, those spaces, those empty spaces, will be filled in come fall, when things like our zucchini here start and spread out as they will. So that is, I can make it up through. As you can see, we definitely need to come in with the lopers and cut the saplings that are remaining. And there we go. From the Good Ship Garden. How's that? Going to wish you all a good day. Just have a quick look. Don't get too seasick as we rock back and forth and go up and down. Don't get too seasick, but isn't that a beautiful view? Right? So anyway, from the Good Ship Garden here at Bryden Farm, BRIDEN farm.com. We wish you a great day. Ciao for now.